Tekken Bowling League is a non-profit, non-professional league created for entertainment purposes only. The events or storylines that occur in these videos are fan fiction and are in no way canon to the actual Tekken franchise. Welcome back, everybody. We got an exciting one today as Team Playtime will take on Team Riot. You got the two captains out there right away, and Xiaoyu is actually playing with a little bit of chip on her shoulder because she wanted to be on Jin's team. This is what she said. I really wanted to be on a team with Jin, but he told me no. He says anything involving his family is going to be dangerous. So I gathered up the girls and made a team of my own. I'm going to prove I'm not some little kid anymore. He's going to eat his words for when he's watching me in the finals from his couch. And so let's go down to the lanes now where she's going to start us off. As you can see, she's clearly not happy about the situation. So she created her own team to take him down in this tournament, and she's starting off strong with a strike. She is ready to go. She wants this win bad.
Player 2.
And now let's see if Jin Kazama can answer back. And he does. He gets a strike as well. Right out of the gate, 2 strikes for each team. Or 1 strike per team. 2 strikes total. And he says power is everything. He wants it to be known that you've got to be strong. And that's what she's trying to prove, that, hey, I can stand on my own 2 feet now. I'm not a little girl anymore. And she does miss the 5 pin here. It looked like the ball just didn't curve. She's usually, I think she likes to spin the ball, and that time it just didn't happen. On that one it did, but a little too much. So, if some of you may have noticed, but the Riot logo color has changed. It is purely for visibility purposes. The blue coloring just made it really hard to see, and so that's why it is now a red color. And Jin will take out about half the pins on that ball. And the second one will miss the head pin. No! No, a pin comes back and knocks it over. That looked really lucky. I don't know if that... Well, there's no way that was intentional. I don't think. That was incredible. The pin just came back and knocked it over. And now Xiaoyu's gonna hit all but 1. Leaves the 9 pin.
Player 1, frame 3, second throw.
Can she pick it up? Yes, right through the center of it.
Spare.
And she says, okay, I'm ready. She's warmed up, she's ready to go, she's got something to prove. Now Jin with a nice slow and steady ball right down the middle. It's going to knock everything over except the 10.
Player 2, frame 3, second throw.
He's going to roll it right down the side. That's hard to do, but he makes it look easy. Picks up the 10. It's going to be another spare for Jin Kazama.
Player 1, frame 4,
now Xiaoyu
first throw.
Is a little bit behind right now, but can definitely keep up. And that's going to be a strike. No! No, the 10 is still standing. I think if maybe she hit the pocket on the right side, it might have fell. But because she hit the left, the 10 went untouched. And now she's going to go across the lane, and she's going to finish it off with a spare on that one. So, pretty impressive pickup. So far, she's getting a lot of spares. She's hanging in there with Jin, though. You know, they both have something to prove in this game, and he's going to just whip through these pins with a strike. Just makes it look so easy. But, yeah, you know, Xiaoyu's trying to prove herself, like, hey, I'm good enough to be on your team. Like, you should have let me play. And the 5 gonna fall. Oh, it looked like it was gonna stay standing, and it just kind of hobbled over at the very end. A very lucky strike there. The time limit was almost out, but it fell in the end, and that's gonna be a strike. And now Jin following up his strike with another one. So we have seen 3 strikes in a row now. He got a strike, Xiaoyu got a strike, and now Jin landing another strike. That gives him a double. Let's see if Xiaoyu follows suit here as we enter the 6th frame. Got a nice ball, got some power. A late pin fell, but not the 5. The 5 is still standing.
Player 1, frame 6, second throw.
Right down the center of the lane, she picks it up nice and easy. As we were saying, she's one that I think likes to put a lot of spin on the ball, but sometimes just a nice straight ball will get the job done, and that's what she did there. And so now Jin trying to follow up his 2nd strike, and he does. He hits 3. That is a triple strike now, and Jin is bringing home a turkey. I mean, he's really putting the pressure on. He's not going to make this easy on Xiaoyu. She wants to prove what she's capable of, but he's not going to just roll over for her either. And she just misses her mark there. I don't, you know, for someone who spins it a lot, she's not really doing it a whole lot. I don't know if she's getting nervous or if it's just her hand isn't rolling correctly. I mean, she picked up the spare right there, so she's doing fine, but her ball just isn't curving like you would expect from her.
First throw.
She does have a 104 right now with a spare from Jin. That one will get away from him a little bit at the end. Looked like it was headed into what would have been a 4th strike, but it kind of veered off at the end and took everything down but 3 pins. Can he get the spare though? He's been pretty steady so far. Oh, he just knocks him down in a line. Clips one, hits the other, knocks it into the 3rd pin. Just makes it look so easy out there.
First throw.
And he has a pretty commanding lead right now, so Xiaoyu's going to have to do something to try to get a comeback, and she will leave 3 pins standing.
Player 1, frame 8, second throw.
Ball number 2 in this frame. That looks off the mark. That's not going to do it. And she left an open frame. She's been pretty consistent all game long, with only one other open frame in the 2nd. But that one's another open, and Jin's going to capitalize on the mishap by getting another strike. He is keeping his foot on the gas. He is not going to let up.
Player 1, frame 9, first throw.
And now Ling Xiaoyu again. And she will get a strike. No, the 2 pin is still standing. It looked good at first. The 2 said no.
Second throw.
So she's starting to dig a hole. You gotta wonder if the nerves are getting to her. She'll bowl right through the 2. Like I said, she's been consistent. She's getting spares. You know, she's definitely competing and showing a strong outing, but Jin is just playing at another level right now. And he continues to do so with another strike. I don't know how many he's gotten in this game, but it's been absolutely incredible. He really does not want Xiaoyu to advance. You know, in his case, he wants her to be safe and says, hey, I don't want you to be a part of this mess, but Xiaoyu's just trying to bowl and have fun. And she wants to prove, hey, I can help out, I can hold my own, don't worry about me. But she does get a split there. So we're on the final frame. She's going to have to pick this up. I think even if she does, which it does not. Oh, it does. It banks off the backboard and hits the 5. And that's going to be a spare. So she will get one more frame. But I don't think it matters. She's too far behind. She's got a 147 sitting on a spare. Jin's in the 150s sitting on a strike. A frame behind. It's done. She finishes strong, though. A nice strike to round out her game. But Jin is just too far ahead. So it looks like Team Riot will take the first round. Let's see how he finishes, though. Nice, slow, steady ball. Hits everything but the 9.
Player 2, frame 10.
And it's his second throw. If he hits this, he will get one more ball. And he does. So he's going to pick up a spare. He will have one more frame. He's already won this. But at this point, you still got to finish for score purposes. He's already over 200. He's our first bowler that we have seen reach the 200 mark. And he will end with a strike as well. Both of these players have just done amazing this game. Very consistent, strike after strike, spare after spare. But a 225 will top Xiaoyu's 167. That's got to be disappointing. So now it's up to her teammate. It looks like Elisa Boskanovic will take over in round 2, and Nina Williams will play for Team Riot in the second round. So now, earlier when we said, showed the snippet of Xiaoyu's quote before the game, you know, she said, I'm going to round up the girls. Her girls are Elisa and Panda. You know, Panda, like Kuma, is a giant bear, for those of you who remember Kuma from the last matchup. So, you know, anything can happen. We're not going to see Kuma, or excuse me, we're not going to see Panda bowl if Elisa cannot get the win here. So Elisa has to win this match, and that will tie it up at 1-1, and that will allow us to see Panda take on Asuka Kazama, who is Jin's cousin. Now that's a strange matchup as well, because Asuka and Jin have not always gotten along, so I guess they put their differences aside for the sake of this tournament, which has really got to rub Xiaoyu the wrong way. But hey, you know what, that's why she's playing with a chip on her shoulder. Jin has already kind of broken that chip though, so it's up to her teammates, and Elisa and Panda both know how badly Xiaoyu wants this win. So they're probably going to do their absolute best. They want to get this for her. And right now, Elisa's not off to a good start, but neither is her opponent, Nina. Both of them are kind of struggling. Elisa will pick up a spare right here, though. So that's a spare. And she walks off happily.
Player 2, frame 2, first throw.
Now, you gotta wonder, why is Nina wearing a wedding dress? I don't have an explanation for you. And it's almost like, is that going to hinder her performance? Like, is the wedding dress going to be getting in the way? I mean, so far she hasn't done too well. She just left another open frame there. 3 pins still standing. So it's an 8 followed by a spare versus a 16. As Elisa will bowl this right down the middle with 22 miles an hour, but it gets the job done. The 5 pin will fall late. It looked like it was going to stay standing for a second, but it kind of just hobbled over at the end. So that will count. That is a strike. Can Nina follow it? No. She goes right down the middle, leaves 2 pins.
Player 2, frame 3, second
So
throw.
here we are, frame 3, second throw. Ah, she has the power, but it was just slightly to the left, and she's confused. I mean, she can't believe she messed that up. It was an easy spare, and she just was a little too far over. And now can Elisa bowl under the pressure of the lights? All but one. It looks like if the ball had curved just a little to the left, it might have got them all, but it just stayed perfectly straight, and that is why that pin still remains. And she will miss it. That's interesting. That's kind of a similar miss to what Nina just did, just slightly to the outside of it. If it was over just a tad more, that's a spare pickup. So right now she's sitting on a 56, and Nina will go down the lane with the ball. That is going to be a foul. Did she trip over the wedding dress? We were concerned if that was going to be an issue or not, and it looks like it might have been on that roll. And she will pick up the spare, But that would have been a strike, and you have to wonder, is that going to come back to haunt her later on?
Player 1, frame 5.
Can't afford mistakes in these matchups. Not with so much on the line, and Elisa just... looks like that pin played spin the bottle at the end there, and then kind of fell back, but she's going to leave 4 pins.
Second throw.
And her second ball, I mean, that looked pretty precise, but not what you need. I don't know if she was expecting it to bank off the head pin and roll into the others, but Elisa, you know, you got to think that her and Xiaoyu kind of practice together, and neither of them are really spinning the ball too well. I don't know if it was a game plan or if it's just not working out for them, but the spinning has not been there today. And Nina, oh, so close! She missed the 5, just barely to the right. Remember, a few frames ago, she missed it barely to the left. This one, she misses barely to the right. Now, it was a different pin and different setup, but she's just not on the mark today. And the 5 pin is still standing after Elisa's ball. This 5 pin seems to be giving everybody some trouble today. But not on the second frame. Elisa will run right through it. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, there's so much on the line for both these teams. Obviously, Xiaoyu with something to prove. You know, she bowled a good game, but it wasn't enough to top Jin's powerhouse performance. So she's relying on her teammates. And they know how badly she wants this. They don't want to let her down. Elisa's her best friend. Panda is, I don't really know if Panda's her pet, her best friend. I know they live together. But yeah, these two, so much love between these 3 girls. They have such a strong bond and friendship. And they don't want to let Xiaoyu down. They know how much this means to her. Also, I bet you're wondering, so since both captains went first, that means anyone can bowl in the second game except the captains. The captain only has to bowl the second game if they do not participate in the first one and that team loses. So as we saw last week, Ganryu went first, lost the matchup. Heihachi's the captain of Iron Fist. He had to play. Now, in the other case, you had Ling Xiaoyu play in the final. He was the captain of Team High Life. He did not have to play the second game because his team won first. This case, completely different. Xiaoyu and Jin are both captains. They both went first, so that means any of them can go, or any of their teammates can bowl in the next 2 games. Just remember though, if the second game is lost, it's done. Like right now, Team Playtime, if Elisa loses, it's done. Game over, best 2 out of 3. And we've missed a few things while I was going on the tangent there. Nina got a strike. Did not get it there though. She leaves an 8 and a 10.
Frame 8, second throw.
And she will pick up the spare. She's been having a little trouble with that earlier on, but it looks like she's getting warmed up now. Oh, doing a death threat up there. It looks like Elisa currently has a lead though. 101 sitting on a spare, while Nina's in the 80s sitting on a spare. Elisa will bowl that straight down the center. It looked slow, and you know, that front pin kind of just rolled into the 5 and knocked it over, so that will be a strike. That was fun, she says. She's having a great time, but this game does mean a lot to her. It means a lot to Xiaoyu, and she knows that, and she wants to win this for her friend. And Nina Williams there, hitting all but 4 pins. She will bowl again, completely miss one, but hit the other 3. Guess what? It's the 5 pin. Yet again, this one seems to be giving our contestants some problems today. And Elisa following up that strike with a late curve, and will miss the head pin as well as 2 others.
Frame 10.
This is the 10th frame,
Second
so she
throw.
has to pick up this spare in order to get a third ball, and she does not. The pin did not quite roll the way she needed it to. She leaves the 10,
Player 2.
and now Nina has a
Frame
chance.
10.
I
First
think
throw.
she has to strike out. Let's see if she can do it. There's one. She has one. She needs to get 2 more to have a chance at winning this matchup, or we will be going into a third game.
Player 2. Frame 10.
Bowl
Second
number
throw.
2. She lines it up. She throws it. It's got some power. They are down. Knocks the pins down. That is 2 for 2. She needs 1 more.
Player
I'm on
2.
the edge of my seat.
Frame 10. Third throw.
Here it is. This is the game. Right here. She's got the spot. It hits. No! It's not a strike. The 8 pin is still standing.
Player 1.
And we are going into a final matchup as Elisa wins one for Team Playtime. This is getting intense. Here we go. Panda for Playtime. Asuka Kazama for Team Riot. You know, it's like we said, Panda is such good friends with Xiaoyu. How can you be friends with a panda? Well, let's see. She even rides her to school. Look at this. We got this clip from Xiaoyu back when she was in high school, riding Panda to school. You gotta love it. These two are just great friends. They're roommates. You know, this... We saw what
Player
Kuma
1.
did for Team
Frame
Iron
1.
Fist. Let's
First
see if
throw.
Panda can pull off some magic like that. And she will start off with a strike right down the middle. Not quite down the middle, but good enough for the strike. And she's dancing. She's loving it. She's like, oh yeah, I started strong.
Player 2.
Let's do this.
Frame 1. First throw.
Alright, now this is a tough matchup for Panda though. Asuka Kazama is a competitor. She hates losing.
Player 2.
She leaves the 9
Frame
pin.
1.
Yeah, you can bet
Second
she's going to
throw.
bring her all. She is a firecracker. She's got a temper, and she wants to win. Not necessarily for the sake of Jin, but for the sake of her own pride. And she's telling Panda, hey, don't you
Player
hold
1.
anything back.
Frame 2. First
That's the kind of
throw.
competitor she is. She wants the best out of her opponents because it's just that much sweeter when she beats them. Panda's not holding anything back. She will send a pin into orbit, knock all the rest down. That is going to be a strike, a double right out of the gate. Panda is doing everything
Player
she
2.
can to win
Frame
this
2.
for her best
First
friend.
throw.
And Asuka, second ball, didn't spin. We've seen that so many times today. I don't know if they're trying to bowl it straight and just miss their mark, or if the spin just doesn't happen like they're expecting, but either way, she does pick up the spare. No, she misses the 5 pin. It's like I'm a broken record here,
Player
folks.
1.
It's how many
Frame
times
3.
are they going to
First
miss the
throw.
5 pin? It's just giving them so much trouble today. And Panda with a nice slow ball will hit all but 1 pin. So no triple strike on that one. Now you have to
Player
wonder
1.
with some of these bigger
Frame 3.
characters,
Second throw.
how is their footing? Because we saw what happened with Ganryu. We saw what happened with Jack 7. We saw what happened with Kuma.
Spare.
Is Panda in danger of falling down
Player
the
2.
lane?
Frame 3.
You know, they
First
got these
throw.
big bear paws, they might get stuck in the bowling ball, and she just goes with it. And Asuka will land a strike. This is an interesting matchup, and you have to wonder, can Asuka take advantage of Panda's mishaps
Player
if there
1.
are any?
Frame 4.
And
First
we're gonna
throw.
find out.
Overcharge.
Speaking of, she just did it.
Foul.
It's an overcharge foul. She
Player
goes
1.
down the lane
Frame
with the
4.
ball.
Second throw.
That's not good. She just left the door open. No, she doesn't. She picks up a spare, splits it right down the middle like the Red Sea. Gives a thumbs up, walks
Player
away.
2. Frame 4.
Panda knows
First
what she's
throw.
doing. Asuka. Can she follow up her strike? It looks good. Not enough speed, though. I think if she had the power, that would have worked, but
Player
just
2,
didn't get enough on it.
Frame 4, second throw.
And the 6th pin is still standing. And this time, it is not. She knocks it over. Picks up the spare.
Spare.
She's still saying it. Don't
Player
hold anything
1,
back.
Frame 5, first
Panda
throw.
actually has been steadily hitting everything. And another strike right there. She has got nothing but spares and strikes. You gotta see it. She is wanting this victory for Xiaoyu to prove to Jin that she can do it. And Asuka, she has the spin. That's the spin some of these people have been looking for, but it missed 5. You gotta hit the pocket if you're gonna do that spin, and she didn't do it. Can she pick up the 5 though? That's been another struggle for some, not for Asuka. Absolutely killing it in the clutch. She's playing very consistent. Everyone's been pretty consistent today. Aside from Elisa and Nina, I guess. They started off rough and then picked it up later. But so far with the others, we're seeing some pretty, steady spares and pickups.
Second throw.
And we'll see if that trend continues here. Panda with a nice slow ball. Oh, it curves on her. I didn't even know a bear could curve a ball, but somehow she did. It leaves 2 pins.
Player 2.
So that left the door open for Asuka, and you do not want to leave the door open. She got a strike right there. She's taking advantage. That's the lesson for today. That's what Asuka says.
Player 1.
The lesson today, don't leave windows open.
First throw.
Let's see if Panda can get some momentum back. No, that's not looking good. She's got 3 pins up. This is where Asuka could get hot, right here. In the clutch. And Panda falls down the lane again. That is not what you want. Oh, that is not good. Asuka with a chance here. Misses the mark. No spin that time. Leaves 2. So we have a 5 and an 8 still standing. Let's see if she can get the spare.
Second throw.
Oh, just barely missed it. So she gets 1. The 5 pin is still standing.
Player 1.
Where have we heard that
Frame
before?
8. First throw.
So right now, going into the 8th frame, both of them are tied at 112 as Panda just rips through some pins. One even came back and knocked down another. So that will leave 1 pin up. It is the 3, and she trips again. So it will not be a spare pickup. That's gotta be embarrassing. You know that's hurting her. She wants this so bad, and she keeps tripping. Maybe she's getting a little nervous. And Asuka did not take advantage of that mishap. She left a split, so we'll see if she can pick that up. It's not a bad split. It's definitely doable. Asuka's pretty clutch 99% of the time. Let's see if she'll do it here. Just no curve. Can it bank? No. No, she left 1, so we're still tied up. Going into the 9th frame, we're tied at 121. This is exciting. It is so close. And Panda just leaves 3 pins with a 49-mile-an-hour ball.
Frame 9. Second throw.
She lines up her shot. She'll roll it and splits it perfectly through the upright. Field goal is good. Well, there was one in front of it too, and she just went right through it, shoved it back. Clipped all 3. Amazing spare pickup right there. It's as clean as it gets. Now Asuka will get a strike. Oh, she might have. Oh, she's making this hard on Panda. Panda's going to have to earn this one. She will shake her hands and walk off. This is it, folks. The 10th frame. All or nothing right here. Can Panda do it? Sends a pin into the atmosphere, but leaves 2. That's not gonna cut it.
Player 1, frame 10, second throw.
Oh no, she missed. She missed. She will not get a final throw. And Asuka has a chance to seal it. And Team Riot looks like they have a lead here. Can Asuka seal the deal? A strike will do it. It looks good. It's not. There was no power on it. It wasn't enough power to knock some pins over, and that's a bad split. She has to hit 3 of these pins to tie the match. Let's see. She missed it. She missed. She only hit 1. I think that means Playtime. Panda has won it by 2 points. Team Playtime advances as a huge upset. The underdogs, Playtime, Xiaoyu's team, has taken down Team Riot with Captain Jin Kazama. It is absolutely unbelievable. Here's the full spectrum of things to come. You know, but that's unbelievable. Quick, Xiaoyu's leaving the bowling alley. Someone, quick, go get an interview with her. We gotta hear it. We gotta hear what she has to say. Quick, someone. I'm down here with Ling Xiaoyu right now. I managed to catch up to her. Ling, I'm sorry, but we have to ask you real quickly. We know the emotions that went into this game and how badly you wanted to win. Now that you have proven yourself, what do you have to say to Jin Kazama?
Aw, don't worry, Jin. I'll take down Heihachi for ya, loser.
And there you have it. Ling Xiaoyu is clearly ecstatic at this victory. It meant so much to her. She did a little fun poke at Jin, saying, hey, if you had me on your team, I outscored everybody. You may have beat me, but I outscored everyone else. If I was with you, we would have won. So you gotta love the shot, the little friendly fire there. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today. I hope to see you guys in the next matchup. It should be a good one. It's gonna be Team Demonic taking on Team Stealth. Hope to see you guys there. Peace out.